What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizone for another daily news video. Not really much happened, but I want to talk about yesterday's game a little bit, about some of the performances, the situation with the injuries and all these things, and if these injuries are maybe a blessing in disguise, which might sound a bit crazy, but I will explain in a moment. Before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. And then, yeah, let's get into it. We lost yesterday. I think everybody knows that. I didn't expect it to frustrate me as much as it's doing, because we got kind of a taste of our own medicine, because we win games the way PSG won a game yesterday, where we didn't play, where PSG didn't play a good game. We in the past got 2 chances and took them, and got the 3 points. That's what we have done many times in the past, even this season maybe. And now it's happened, against us. So it's frustrating, because I thought we played a good game, like a serious game, considering all the players we're missing, the situation we are in as a club, performance-wise, results-wise. I thought that was a good game. Now, I'm not going to celebrate because we lost, but I was expecting us to lose. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were getting beaten down quite easily, 3-0, 4-1, something like that. But the guys who went out there showed some pride with basically no subs on that bench. There was no one on that bench. Sule, who maybe should have come on a little bit earlier. Quadrado was having a decent game, but still, there was no one on that bench. So the fact that we had that type of intensity for 90 minutes was, I don't want to say impressive, but was it's November. It shouldn't be something not something I shouldn't be praising, but it should be something normal that we play with this intensity, or with this desire, blah blah blah, all those things. So that was refreshing. Now, I said in the intro, maybe these injuries are a blessing in disguise, and what I mean by that is Fagioli, Miretti getting in that team, Sule Junior, who's now injured, all these players coming in, leaving a good mark, leaving a good impression. It may be a blessing in disguise, because I don't believe if everybody was fit, or everybody, 90% of the squad was fit, we wouldn't have seen Fagioli play twice, or come on, score a goal, start against PSG, Miretti coming back in that team, Sule starting a game, Iling Jr. coming on and having an impact. That was not happening if so many players were fit. And not because if the players are fit, we would be playing better. It's just, I think it's obvious that Allegri trusts certain players, and it goes to show with Quadrado. He can have absolutely stinkers. He keeps playing. Same for McKennie, where you're sitting back now watching Fagioli play, and you're like, how the hell is McKennie starting over him? Because technically it's a different world. The two are not in the same league technically, and even because. Excuse me. Allegri talks about McKennie brings a lot of intensity and all those things. He's all over the pitch. So is Fagioli. He was excellent yesterday. And I know Allegri says I don't want him to go wander around, but he was excellent. He was pressing players like Messi. He was winning that ball back. He was good on the ball. He lost it a few times. He immediately went back to it, won it back most of the times. These players, even if they're not the finished article, which I understand, they're playing with a hunger, a desire. Some of the other players are not, because they know I'm going to start next week. These players are playing for a starting job, basically, and they should be rewarded. Now it's easy because nobody's fit, so obviously they're going to play because there's no players left. But even if McKennie comes back and Paredes comes back, these players should be having a starting job, and the other ones on that bench, need to prove that they deserve the starting job. And if they come in and do better than the guys playing, then fair enough. But they shouldn't be getting into that team based on names, based on what they did years ago or whatever, or what they could do but are not really doing now. Fagioli was excellent yesterday. Excellent, good test against a PSG side. Went there full force, Neymar was suspended, but they came there to win. They played their game. We limited it very well. Again, we didn't deserve to lose that game. Maybe you can make an argument they were clinical, and so that's why you deserve to lose. 100% true. They had 2 chances. They took them both. You know, we had good opportunities and we messed it up because, you know, like in the first half, Milik passed to Miretti wasn't what it should be. Miretti needs to control it, and bam, there's Ramos. Like certain, you know, opportunities were missed in terms of the final ball and all those things, but we were playing well. So, and that's with players like Miretti, Fagioli in that team who got cooked by Mbappe, and then, you know, picked himself up and did pretty well for the entirety of the game. Got slandered in the Gazzetta dello Sport for that mistake, which, I mean, you should. Like, it's a mistake. You got cooked way too easily, and then the fact that you're pulling him and he still gets away, it's a bit weird. You know, it's a bit, you know, not laughable, but like comical. It looks funny, not for us, but you know how the media is. But he made a mistake. He picked himself up. I thought he played well. I thought Sandro played well until he was sleeping on that second goal and kept, you know, everyone on side. But other than that, like, those younger players like a Miretti, like a Fagioli, they can play. Like, they can play. They shouldn't be dropped out of the team once McKennie and all those players are coming back. And on top of that, we saw Chiesa yesterday, which I think yesterday proves that he was fit. And Allegri basically admitted it. Like, it wasn't about fitness, it was about a mental issue, you know, being injured. And I saw, I don't know which ex-player it was, I forgot his name, an English player. I forgot his name. But he was talking about it because Allegri said he played a friendly game and he was knackered for 4 days. And that person, I forgot the name now, he said it's true. And I believe that. Like, I'm not saying Chiesa can play week in, week out 90 minutes. Like, it's normal. You play and you're completely out of breath for a few days, you know, in terms of playing another high intensity game. Training 5, like, game day is different. But when Chiesa came on, I was shocked because he was old Chiesa. He didn't look scared in terms of take it slowly, you know, just coming back. He is an energized, like, he put a battery in him and he keeps running. He is so energetic. He wants it so badly. Even before injury, he always wants it that badly. He's a very direct player, which we absolutely miss in this team. We don't have that. He will take you on. He will take you on again. He will take you on the next time, and he will keep taking you on. And yesterday, he came in. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was excellent. He brings something to the table none of the other players have, and that's the willingness to want to win and going forward. 100%, every single moment. That's the way he thinks. That's the only mindset he has, and I absolutely love it. And when he came on, it was all Chiesa. Like, it was all Chiesa. Quick turns, very fast, playing those 1-2s. Keep running without that ball. That's very important. We were missing that so badly. He gives you a 1-2 and he keeps running. He makes those movements. It was refreshing to see him. Of course, you know, we only have 3 games left. I don't think he's going to start any of those 3 games, but 50 minutes, that's already a win. Maybe against Inter, another 50 minutes. Maybe against Verona, he gets half an hour. Who knows? And maybe against Lazio, another half an hour before the World Cup. The thumbnail is he key to the season? I'm not going to say Chiesa comes in and we're going to win the league or we're going to start winning game after game after game, but he has something none of the other players have. A little bit like Di Maria, like when he's on the pitch, he has something completely different to the other players we have. Chiesa is a different type of player, but he's very direct. He brings that energy, and I think it's infectious. Like, you can see it on when he came on. You could see the other players, they want to go for it one more time because, you know, we were losing. It was 50 minutes to play, but we found a second breath, in my opinion. You're like, it was normal. We were pressing high, or like we were trying to press high for 90 minutes without any subs, basically. But when he comes on, you can see what we missed. And I was pleasantly surprised because I was not expecting to see quote unquote the old Chiesa in terms of going for it 100%. That's how Chiesa plays. It will always be 100%. Some games it will look bad, the other game it will look amazing. That's who he is. So I know what we're gonna get after the World Cup, and I think it's key to drag this team a little bit out of the mud. Not in terms of we're gonna play teams off the park, but in games where we struggle to break teams down, to keep that intensity and the rhythm high, I think he's that guy. So good to see him. I don't want to be positive because we lost. We lost. It's frustrating. But there are more good signs going into the Inter game than there are negative signs compared to a week ago, in my opinion, which is already an improvement. It is what it is. But we need to win that Inter game 100%. But we will talk about that tomorrow, Saturday in the preview, and then of course Sunday during the watch along, so you can join us. But that's it for today. So let me know in the comments what you think about Chiesa coming back. What could it mean for the team? And also, what do you think about Locatelli, Fagioli, Miretti starting? Even when Paredes comes back, McKennie comes back, and all those players come back. And are the injuries basically a blessing in disguise? Because I don't believe we would have seen so much of them if it weren't for those injuries. And I'm happy. Like, maybe it's a good thing because now we've seen it, the world has seen it. I don't think Allegri can shy away from them anymore. He really can't. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification, and we will see you back in the next one. Ciao guys.